I never imagined I'd face someone like Patricia Langley when I settled into Willow Creek Estates. After 30 years of military service, I craved a serene retirement. The neighborhood seemed perfect, tranquil streets, pristine homes, and enough space for privacy. But peace was not on the agenda of Patricia Langley, the HOA president. Trouble started small. I hung a modest American flag by my door, a standard flag on a simple bracket. The next day, a notice was taped to my door. Flag display violates Section 4.3 of HOA guidelines. Remove immediately. I was puzzled. I'd pored over the bylaws before buying, and nothing banned tasteful patriotic displays. When I called the HOA office, Patricia answered, her voice laced with irritation. "Mr. Bennett," she sighed, as if I were a nuisance, "we uphold standards in Willow Creek Estates. Your flag's placement is unapproved. Submit a request to the Architectural Committee." Her tone dripped with condescension, like I was a child fumbling with rules. I complied, filing the paperwork. 2 weeks later, a denial arrived, unexplained. At the community mailboxes, Patricia barely glanced at me, her smirk revealing her contempt. It wasn't just the flag. My veteran status grated on her. One crisp morning, I wore my old service jacket to check the mail, a habit. Patricia, walking her yapping spaniel, froze, staring as if I'd insulted her. "We don't do that here," she said, gesturing at my jacket. "This isn't a military post. It unsettles people." Stunned, I'd never met anyone who found a service jacket offensive. The harassment intensified. Citations multiplied. My lawn was half an inch too tall. My trash can lingered 30 minutes post-pickup. My mailbox's hue clashed with the approved palette. I fixed each issue, hoping to diffuse tension. Then my mail started disappearing. At first, I blamed postal mix-ups, a missing bill, a late package. But when my Veterans Affairs checks vanished for 2 months, I grew suspicious. The VA confirmed they'd been sent and advised a post office report. The postal clerk looked concerned. "Mr. Bennett, you're not the first from your neighborhood to report this," she said. I began checking my mailbox daily after delivery. Some days it was empty, strange for a retiree expecting regular mail. Fellow veterans in my support group mentioned sending cards and packages to my address, none of which arrived. The breaking point was a certified letter from my daughter containing photos of my new granddaughter, marked delivered but never received. One evening, my neighbor Carlos Delgado approached me on my porch. "Sir," he said cautiously, "you need to see this." Carlos had installed a street-facing security camera after his son's skateboard was stolen. His tablet footage enraged me. Patricia, in broad daylight, opening my mailbox, rifling through it, and pocketing items in a tote bag. Carlos had clips from 3 days showing the same. "I wasn't sure at first," he said, regret in his voice. "I thought she might be delivering something, but then I saw her dump stuff in the park trash." Another clip showed Patricia tossing envelopes into a bin at Willow Creek Park. This wasn't petty, it was a federal crime. Carlos sent me the files, and I called the police non-emergency line, explaining the situation. The officer transferred me to a detective upon hearing, mail theft. The next morning, Detective Sofia Marquez visited. Watching the footage, her face grew stern. "Mr. Bennett, this is serious. Mail theft is a federal offense. We'll work with postal inspectors." She took my statement and the videos, promising quick action. 3 days later, while checking my sparse mail, Patricia approached, her smug grin intact. "Getting all you need?" she asked, voice syrupy with false concern. I played along. "Actually, no. I'm missing a lot of mail lately." "Know anything about that?" Her eyes narrowed, a flush creeping up her neck, but she stayed cool. "Why would I know about your mail? Maybe you're not as important as you think." She laughed dismissively. "Not everyone gets hero cards for doing their job." I kept my tone even. "Actually, Patricia, I'm missing federal documents, VA correspondence, and family letters." Odd how they vanish between delivery and my mailbox. My calm rattled her. She snapped, "You military folks think you're so special, don't you? Always wanting praise, discounts, handouts. The rest of us work hard too." Her voice rose, drawing neighbors outside. "I've never asked for special treatment," I said, "just my legal mail." Then she lost control. "You don't deserve any of it," she shouted, face twisted with fury. "All those thank you for your service cards, veteran perks, government checks. It's disgraceful." Carlos and others watched, shocked. Patricia noticed her audience, smoothed her jacket, and pivoted. "I'm just saying your mailbox doesn't meet HOA standards and needs replacing," she said, grasping for dignity. "That's not what you said," Carlos interjected softly. "We heard you." Patricia shot him a venomous glare and stormed off. Carlos nodded at me. We knew she'd slipped. 2 days later, Detective Marquez called. "Mr. Bennett, we've made progress. Postal inspectors searched Ms. Langley's property and recovered your mail and others. She's on camera dumping mail in public bins. She's in custody now." Relief, not triumph, hit me. I thanked her and hung up. Soon, police lights flashed outside. Neighbors gathered as Patricia was led to a patrol car, hands cuffed, protesting loudly. "This is outrageous. I'm the HOA president. I was protecting property values." From my window, I heard her spot me. "He's the problem," she yelled, gesturing toward me. "People like him ruin neighborhoods. He doesn't belong." An officer shut the door, silencing her rant. As the car drove off, neighbors approached. Carlos reached me first, shaking my hand. "Sir, I'm sorry. We had no idea." Others followed, introducing themselves, offering support, asking if I needed anything. Many admitted enduring Patricia's harassment, but feared speaking out. Her tyranny extended far beyond my mailbox. The next week was a whirlwind. Postal inspectors returned over 60 pieces of my mail, VA documents, birthday cards, bills, and my granddaughter's photos. The HOA board, now without Patricia, held an emergency meeting, issuing apologies to me and other targeted residents. The story didn't end there. A local reporter caught wind of the mail theft targeting a veteran, and the story exploded, first on local news, then nationally. By chance, a state senator recognized me from a rescue mission 25 years ago that saved his daughter's unit in Iraq. The story gained momentum. Patricia's preliminary hearing was damning. Evidence piled high, videos, recovered mail, witness statements, and her own outburst. Charges included mail theft, obstruction of correspondence, harassment, and civil rights violations. Patricia's smug facade crumbled. The prosecutor emphasized that mail theft carries up to 5 years in prison, with added penalties for targeting a veteran. The judge set bail at $50,000 and demanded her passport. Patricia's face paled as reality hit. "I was just enforcing rules," she stammered as the bailiff led her away. "I was protecting our community." The judge wasn't swayed. Patricia was sentenced to 18 months in federal prison, 5 years probation, and ordered to pay $25,000 in fines and restitution. As she left the courtroom, she shot me a look of hatred mixed with disbelief, unable to grasp that her actions had consequences. She'd seen herself as the righteous guardian of Willow Creek, purging an unworthy veteran. Instead, she became its cautionary tale, proof that power, even in a small community, can corrupt utterly. The aftermath transformed Willow Creek Estates. The HOA rewrote its bylaws, easing restrictive rules and prioritizing fairness. A new president, elected unanimously, fostered openness. Neighbors, once silenced by fear, organized block parties, and I hosted a barbecue, sharing stories of service with kids who now saw my jacket as a badge of honor. The recovered photos of my granddaughter now hang proudly in my living room, a reminder of what I fought for. The community rallied, with Carlos leading a fundraiser for a local veterans charity, raising $10,000. Patricia moved away post-release, her influence erased. Willow Creek thrives, a testament to resilience and justice, proving that standing firm against prejudice can restore peace and build a stronger community.